funds that will go to the state police commission must be guaranteed by the constitution and go directly to the commission, so that what we're seeing today with regard to local government funds, we don't have to see it with the police. Because if we do that, then for people like us who come from the southeast, where in 2 or 3 kilometers you see 10 checkpoints, you will now have 100 checkpoints by state people who will have to fend for themselves if they don't have the requisite funding.
Hey, my people, it is true that we have so many Igbo leaders that are doing everything they can to drag our name in the mud. But when we see the ones that are trying their best for us, it is good to appreciate them. And today, this man, I know that we've talked about him before, but I'm telling you people that I do not know how good this man is until I saw that his initial video where he is talking about the problems we have in Southeast. Abia State, you people have men who Abia State, you people have so many president materials in Abia State. This man, Senator Abaribe, is one of them. And I always pray that posterity will judge him. It will favor him. Like this kind of people, they will not come out tomorrow and tell the Igbos to support them for anything, one thing or the other, and the Igbos will relent. No, because your work will always speak for you. Just imagine in this Senate meeting where they are talking about state police. You guys know that state police is something that the Nigerian lawmakers are trying to bring into Nigeria right now, whereby every state will have their own state police. Now, this is the only Igbo senator that stood up and tell them, see, it is not like I'm not in support of this state police, but you people should remember that in Southeast, in Ali Igbo, we already have hundreds of checkpoints that are bothering the people, that are always in the road, blocking the road, trying to collect money from the people. That in introduction of this state police, that we should make sure, he is telling the Senate President Akpabio, that if we are introducing this state police, we should make sure that we also put in place measures to know how they are working, so that the people of Southeast that are already suffering from roadblocks will be able to breathe. He is the only one. He did not, in this time around, he did not just speak for his own people. He speak for the whole people of Igbo land. He spoke for everybody. Even when we have other Igbo senators there, even if you watch that video very well, you see that some of them were even sleeping. He's the only one that spoke bully. And I don't know whether you have noticed this thing about this senator. Anytime he is speaking, Akpabio will always listen and always reply him. Like, Akpabio will always pay attention to whatever he is saying. Even Akpabio said it himself after this man's speech, that in among us, we all know the people that make sense. We all know the people that can be able to contribute to what we are saying. And we all know the people that their talk will always bring wahala. Yes, he said it jokingly, but we know the people that he's talking about. And we know the people he is talking about when he says that there are people that make sense here. And this man is definitely one of them. Abia State, no wonder every time they keep electing him, every time I keep is it that you people do not have another person to represent you people? Now I see why. Before I go further, let's finish the video.
In Abaribe, I represent Abia South. Thank you, our dear leader, for exposing everything about the state police. Mr. President, I used to be one of those that is against state police. Mark my words, I used to be. But today, we know that we have very serious insecurity problem that can only be solved by thinking outside the box. And I think that this is part of it. But our issue on this is actually what goes into the Police Act. It's not really the amendment of the Constitution, because you can amend the Constitution, but then in the Act, matters of usage of the police is where most Nigerians are bothered about. The mover of the lead debate has said that those things will be taken care of. I think that as part of what we will also pass today is also to make sure that in those aspects of the Constitution, because I've seen 2 or 3 where it says that the president will merely write a letter and take over, or merely write a letter to no, we think that not just the president but that power must also be shared with the National Assembly and the Senate in particular, just like we have done in state of emergency. Because we cannot have a situation where the president just looks at a state, maybe he's not in good terms with the governor, and decides that he will take it over. How would you go against that? So I think that we should look very much into that. The second and the last part of what I will look into is the question of funding. Today, we are aware that states have far more funding than before. But we also had a time in which states didn't have as much money, which means that he who pays the piper will also dictate the tune. So what we will have to ensure that we go into the act is that funds that we go to the state police commission must be guaranteed by the constitution and go directly to the commission, so that what we're seeing today with regard to local government funds, we don't have to see it with the police. Because if we do that, then for people like us who come from the southeast, where in 2 or 3 kilometers you see 10 checkpoints, you will now have 100 checkpoints by state people who will have to fend for themselves if they don't have the requisite funding. I support this bill, and I ask my colleagues to please also support it, provided we put the safeguards that we guarantee each Nigerian his rights. Thank you, Mr. President.
Concerns of all Nigerians since 1961. Even those of us who have been privileged to be in government know that no condition is permanent. And one day we'll leave government, and sometimes we, the leaders, we've also had the opportunity, starting from Senator Alero, Senator Ojus Okalu, so many of us here, Senator Ome, those who are governorship makers. We've also had the opportunity of making governors who try everything to make sure that you don't even enter the states. And that time they had no state police. So now with state police, they can cordon off the entire state with your name in their hands. And if they see you, they may not even shoot you, but they may beat you to a point where nobody notices that they have been beaten. But at the end of the day, I can tell you that can lead to your death. So those concerns have been there. So I share your opinion, and I agree in total with you that we must put the necessary safeguards. Some of the governors who are here with us, even though they cannot contribute, they know that one day they will leave office, and their successors will either come in and cane them, like those who cane us, or come in and support them, like some of them are supporting their elders. Anytime we shout, build the youths, I also add the word, maintain the elders. So you have a situation whereby you bring in the youths to take over government, and you are building the youths. But what does the youth do? It does not only disrespect the elders, it canes the elders. And if there is state police, he can do so. But that notwithstanding, the current realities shows that if we have done something for 66 years, the same way, and it is not working, every community knows the bad eggs among them. In this Senate here, we know ourselves, and we know those who cannot sit in one place. So if you come in here, just ask the question. We know what each and every person can do. We know those who will bring constructive advice. We also know those who will bring advice that can lead to anarchy in this floor. It's the same thing all over the country. That is why state policing is important, but the safeguards are most crucial. Senator Tambua, I don't know what happened in your state when you left, but whether you were caned or you were maintained. Can you go home after state police?
Please, if this Senate of 18 does not have a years limit, someone can stay and represent the people. I think the people of Abia, any district that he is representing, they should always allow this man to continue. In fact, the only time they will release him of his duty is when he is going for a higher position, something like governorship or presidency. Yes, so because we need people like this. The other times, people were in the comment section telling me, is this your first time of knowing that this man always menses? Yes, it was my first time, and ever since then, I always look out for his videos, and I saw the sense that you people were making. Actually, this man is 1 in a million. Yes, because I went back and listened to his video, and I see that he is pro-Igbo. Anything that will put, he is not there, I'm just here for my constituency, I'm just here for my district, I'm just, any matter that concerns Igbo, you will always see him in the forefront. It was even the other day that I read that this man was among those, the first time that Nnamdi Kanu was arrested by Nigerian government, he was among those that shouted for him. He was among those that came out boldly and shouted for Nnamdi Kanu, to show you that anything that concerns Igbos, it touches him. And these are the kind of people we want, honestly. Posterity will always judge everybody. What you do will tell. In future, all these things they will be doing, voting, we are for progressive, we are for this. Don't mind them. Man, this is Nafabu City boys. Don't mind them. Everybody's work will always judge them, unless they say after this one I'm not coming again. But as long as you always have the ambition to represent your people, shebi later you will still come and meet the same Igbo people that you represented, and they know how you represented them, to come and support you. We will always go back to the how you handled the little you were given when you come for the bigger one, and we will tell you Nekweya. One thing I will always know the Igbos about is that they don't discriminate when it comes to, that is why I tell people that majority that you see Igbos supporting P2B today, it's not because he's an Igbo man. Go and check. In fact, there are some Igbo leaders that will come out and say they are contesting for whatever. Igbos will be among themselves, who their own mouth, the campaign that person will tell you, we are not voting for you. In fact, they will tell they are not coming for election. In fact, Igbos on their own will tell you, see this election, we are not even coming out. It is the day we are eating our insala soup. Instead of us to come out and support this Hèlpless, we will never see us that day. On the election day, you will see people conducting election. On the next street, you will see young men, even young men, playing football. That is how strict they can be. So on this issue of state police, I agree 100% with what Senator Eninaya Abaribe said. It is good though to curb insecurity in Nigeria. It is good, but there are measures that should also be put in place so that you know that it can be able to stand, so that the governors cannot misuse them. Not when they introduce it now, you will see anybody from anywhere, the police that they gave to the state to be because that time now you will see anything that they do, they will say it does not concern the federal government again. Shebi every state, they have given every state police. So it now depends on the state on how they handle their own. When they give you your own state police and your governor decide to use it for his own personal gain, or to be chasing people that insult him online, you will see that whatever is going on in your own state concerning insecurity will triple, because by then the police are now being used for something else entirely. That is exactly what this man is saying, so that it will not be like that, so that police that is given to the state for insecurity purposes will not leave their duty post to now go and mount on the road, because they know that Igbos doing business will always use the road. They will now go and mount themselves on the road and be collecting 100 naira to 200 naira, chasing what is not chasing them, just like we already having right now, so that they will not come and make the whole situation worse. That is what Senator Eninaya is trying to say. And according to Akpabio, if he is going to do as he said he is going to look into the matter. Our God will always bless this man for us, because among every other person that contributed, I'm talking about Southeast senators right now, he's the only one that raised this issue. That means that it has always been at the back of his mind. That shows someone that anything that is happening to his people touches. That is exactly what it means. So we'll look forward to see how this state police of a thing, because obviously they are going to pass it into law, and it is going to stand. It'll just be a matter of time. They will definitely introduce it. So we'll see how it goes. Guys, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, you are very welcome. Please do what to subscribe to my channel, okay? If you have anything to say concerning this video, you can make use of the comment section and make your suggestion, your comments, opinion. Please say it respectfully. I will see you in my next video. Bye.